안녕하세요. 저는 기획부 초은별 1학년 8반 25번입니다.
영원이죠.
네! 인사는 한 거예요. 제가 오늘 보여드린 비디오 테드는요, 러니 애들이라는 사람이 Israel and Iran, A Love Story라는 제목으로 한 테드인데요. 네, then I will start my presentation. Yep, Israel and Iran, A Love Story. Yeah. I'm sure that most of you have heard about Iran and Iraq or Israel thing, right? The Middle East Arabic countries. They have lots of conflicts and lots of wars and lots of disputes there. And I think that Iran and Israel is a lot similar with us, North Korea and South Korea. Actually, unlike what we think, North Korea and Korea is a very dangerous country for other countries. For like England, or if you go to Europe and you say, I'm from Korea, they will say, are you okay? Are you safe? Are you in danger? Or but you escaped? Right? And then ask me like, are you fine? And I was so shocked because I thought my country is like most safe place in the world and I have no worries and they're so safe. My mom's there, my father's there, and I was so safe there. But then suddenly they asked me that you are in war, and I thought you were so dangerous. And if you Google South Korea, you will be shocked that you won't believe what will happen. Like South Korea, it comes like dangerous trouble, dangerous places in South Korea. I was just shocked that Google is the most like so famous. And if you Google South Korea, you say it's so dangerous. So I Googled it. Like, is South Korea dangerous to visit? How dangerous is it in South Korea? Because you know, in the video, we heard about jokes that missiles will be there in Iran and Israeli will put missiles there. And I'm sure you have heard about our jokes that North Koreans can invade Korea because of middle school grades. It's just scary. And unlike what we do this very lightly, it's so funny for us. But outside Korea, this is so heavy thing. This is so dangerous thing, and this cannot be dealt very lightly. So that's what we have to change. Because as in the video that he said, how this picture changed the perception, the prejudices that Iran and Israel, the reason why the world thinks the Middle East and those Arabic countries are dangerous is because if we Google this, and if we search on the internet, they say, this is a dangerous place to travel, you can't do anything. And if we just Google is Iran and Israel, the guns come out, and some dead bodies come out, and we will see that this is so dangerous place to go, so we can't visit there. And this is same for Korea. If we Google Korea, then like wars and there's something dangerous and North Koreans and Kim Jong-un comes out and the missiles come out, then the other country will think, oh, Korea is so dangerous. This country is not safe. And that is what we have to start. Now, to unification. When I was in England, I was there, and I got a question when I introduced, hello, my name is Alice, and I'm from South Korea. And they will say, oh, if I introduce myself, I'm from Korea. That's the first sentence I learned in English. And they suddenly asked me, which Korea? I was just shocked. Which Korea? I'm just from Korea. So they asked me, North or South? That is something very important for them. So when I first encountered that question, I determined to be a diplomat. So I wanted to change this. And my dream is like, say for Kimbo teacher, I want unification between Koreas. But when I first met this video, I was kind of angry that I couldn't believe this. I didn't like this man because as a diplomat, I want to be a diplomat, and I always dream of something big, that I have to do something big to change Korea, and I have to work very, very hard to change this perception on Korea. But he just uploaded a picture for fun, and he didn't expect anything, but he just uploaded it on Facebook, and he changed everything. How he changed the Google and the website, how the main site, that made me angry. Like I always, in my bed, I always imagine what should I do to change Korea? What should I do when I grow up? oh, maybe I should get this and try this, I learn this, and I try this, and I talk to people, then this will be very hard, but I will do that. I was so worried, but he, just a normal man, ordinary man, just a graphic designer, he just suddenly come up for fun and just changed this photograph on it in Facebook and changed the world. It sounded so unfair. But then suddenly I figured out this is what we call democracy, the freedom of speech. But why we want democracy so much? That for me, in the textbook, when we learn in the school, that democracy is something very big and something very magnificent and something very hard, that our ancestors earned it with their own blood, and like somebody would die for it. And it sounded something very heavy, something very hard. That politics sounds so difficult for me. But I figured out this is a true democracy. But why we want democracy is because that something like this could happen with democracy. Because Iran and Israel, although they are very, they don't like each other, they don't talk. But look at this, like Facebook, I'm not very like similar and kind, I don't use Facebook very much. But I agree that this SNS and these things could change the world, and that's what taught me, and that's how made me like feel different with this. So today, the importance of communication and its influence is great. I know it's great something. It's what we should learn. But what I want to focus here is that small things could be big things. That we don't have to try something big, something very hard, something very difficult at first. We can just try it for fun, maybe. Like him, he didn't expect something. I think expectation is what makes us do nothing. It's better to do something, although it is something small. It's okay, it's a picture. On Twitter, you say, I like North Korea. You can just say something words that we have to act to make something happen. So this is what we have to do. So I want to focus on that on today. And this is just pictures and pictures and pictures and pictures. That was so impressive. Yeah. So what I want to tell you today is that I hope you guys also try something. Try something very small. You don't have to do something big. It just makes us so heavy or just so difficult. So what we want to do is try something very small, that it's okay for us. So be our own ambassadors, he said, and I think that's correct for us. So that's the true meaning of democracy. Thank you for listening.